Hi, this is Rob from Intelligent Irrigation LLC, and we're in West Covina in Southern California, and there's going to be an installation done in the raised beds behind us. We're doing two. Sal was good enough to let us come over and videotape him putting in the AquaJet. He's got a thing going on where it's building in progress. Got some really nice looking beds, as you can see, that what we're doing here. He's already got things planted and growing, but it looks like we can get two AquaJets in the two beds over there, because as you see over here, the two AquaJets will line up where we won't really disturb the plant roots. We're going to put one right here and one right there, and we're going to dig the soil out very carefully with our hands and put it somewhere, and the AquaJet will come down the middle of both of these. So we're going to bring it in over here on this side in this nice garden here, and we're going to come in right here. This is where Sal's going to come up, put it in right here, and run two of them right down the center. And this is the valve that we're coming off right over here. He's got an existing valve here that you see, and we're going to come off this valve. We're going to go right over to the bed, and then we're going to install the AquaJet. Actually, Sal's going to do it, and he's going to be good enough to let me videotape. So we'll be back with the episode of Sal coming in here, and he's going to install in these two beds, bring it over. I'll be here to kind of guide him through it, but it's a really easy installation, and we're here to show you how easy it can be for you too. So we'll be right back with Sal in just a moment. Okay, this is Rob, and we're here with Sal, and we're going to ask Sal a couple questions. We're a little short on cameramen today, so what I'll be doing is sitting behind the camera asking Sal, and he's going to tell us a little history about his raised beds and what he's been doing. So I want to introduce Sal. Sal, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, thanks.
Great. And where did you hear about the AquaJet from?
I was on YouTube, just going through all the channels, and found John for grow your own, or
Growing Your Greens?
Yeah, growing your greens. And so I saw your video with him on there. It looked pretty good because I was planning on doing the drip system for all these, but I like doing my research for everything and just seeing what other options. And I found yours, and I thought actually having the irrigation system going under the ground directly to the roots would be pretty good, because I know it gets pretty hot here in Southern California, and evaporation would be an issue. So I just thought I'd try it out, and it seems like it would work great here.
Good. So what you're going to do then is you're going to try it on your two beds and make sure it works, and if you like the results, then you're going to put it in on the rest. Now I see you have some plants in. How have you been watering so far?
I've just been hand watering since I haven't decided on any irrigation, just coming out every day and just pouring it over a little bit. But they've only been for about 2 weeks. I'm a brand new gardener, so I'm looking forward to seeing these things grow.
Great. So this is your first year gardening, so
It is.
you've been watching and following John Kohler on Growing Your Greens, and now you've built your own raised beds in the backyard, and you're ready to go. You got everything planted for your first year, so that's really cool. So are you ready to put the AquaJet in now?
I'm ready. Yeah.
Okay, so let's get started, and we'll help you along, but we're going to videotape you as it goes. So we'll be back with that segment in just a moment. Okay, we're here with Sal, and Sal, show us what you've done so far in your preparation.
Alright, well, I started off with my water valves here. I just dug a little trench to connect into my boxes right here that I'm going to lead to. So from right here, I'm going to come up right above my boxes, put the anti-siphon valves on here. This is where the water, the AquaJets are going to go in both of these trenches. So there's going to be two in this box. It's going to go back down right here, so I can connect on into this box. And how I'm going to do that is at the end of this box, we're going all the way under, digging beneath the ground here, because I'm going to have pavers, and then it's going to come up on the other side underneath this box to right here, where I'll have the other two AquaJets going across this bed as well.
Excellent.
So it wasn't too bad. It took about 30 minutes. I mean, I wish I would have done it before. If I would have known about the AquaJet, I probably would have, but I was still...
So how do you feel so far about the ease of the installation?
Right now, it's just a little bit of dirty work, and that's about it. It's nothing bad at all.
Good. So far you're a half hour into it, and all your trenching and your digging.
Yep. That's all.
And now you're ready to lay the PVC in the AquaJet.
Ready to install it.
Okay, so we're back again with Sal, and we're going to show you the progress that we've done so far. So Sal, go ahead and point out from the valve on down what you've done so far.
Well, like I said before, we put in the anti-siphon valve right here. We get it connected to the valves that are going to go right there. And that's pretty much it. It's just simple. It's just
Okay, so we got it.
Measuring and making sure it fits.
And here's where you're stubbing up right here, where you're coming up from the feed, where you took out the other valves.
Yep.
And you're coming with your main line through here, along to there, and then on up into the bed from the controller to the dual AquaJet. Okay, so that's where we're at this standpoint right here. Sal's going to continue with the installation. Okay, so Sal's getting ready to put the T on to split the system into the dual AquaJet because he's doing the racetrack style here. So he's gluing the round PVC to his T. A little bit of prep work going on, and we'll show you what that's going to happen with that. So. Good. So now he's going to come on over here. And as you see, with the timer there that's already hooked up, he's going to go down and put that T down and split the system so it goes both ways into a tube. Okay, you see he's putting it on there. And now he's going to get it parallel so it's going straight across the bed. And he's got it. Okay, so there you see what we have right now is you got the controller that comes down to the T, and now you can put PVC going both ways on the T to come into the trenches. So that's where we're at this point, and now we're ready to get the AquaJet after we make the right distance. We're going to split the equal distance, and we're going to put the AquaJet into the trench. Okay, as we see, we're back and Sal's putting on the first leg of the AquaJet. Okay, it's on there, and let's show you what he did. First of all, I put a glove over this end of the coupler right there so we don't get any dirt in it. And then, as you see up here, he made a line. You can see it on the red line, but that red line is on top dead center, so you know how to line up the AquaJet so the spray will be parallel. You make a line on the coupler at top dead center, you make a line on the adapter at top dead center, and therefore you're going to have a parallel spray with the AquaJet. So, we're moving right along with this bed. As you see, we're hooking up the one leg to the valve, and then we'll get it onto the other one. And so we're making some progress. Okay, so we're back with Sal finishing up at the end of the bed. As you see, he's going into the PVC, the AquaJet, and he's taking it down to go across to the other bed that's right there. So now we got the run in on the AquaJet. Okay, so let's see how that looks. As you come in, and you go all the way down there, where you see where the cap is right there. And you come up out of the bed to the PVC, down the bed, around up to the valve. And we're going to go down like we did with these two. So you'll see now that we got the two jets that are coming down there, and they're going to go right over to that bed where the corn is and go down those trenches. And we're going to do both beds with one run. So we're going to continue as we go down and go over to the next bed like we're doing here, as you see, with the PVC that's coming down from the bed and coming over as we plumb in. So we'll be back in just a minute with Sal finishing the installation. Right. Okay, so now we got Sal prepping for the other side. So you see he's got an L that he's gluing a little piece of 1-inch PVC into. And he's going to glue that. You can see how he's got his lines already marked. And that's going to go right here on this one where these two stub ups come out. Okay, and now we're on. So now all he has to do is cut this other PVC down the length, and they can start putting this length on of the AquaJet. You see we got the elbow on there, The elbow is going to go on this pole right here. So now what Sal's going to do is he's going to measure the depth right there of that pole to put it in the trench. Okay. See, he's got his trench made already, so he knows how far it's going to go down. Okay, so now he's measuring, and after he gets through measuring, he's going down and he'll know how far down or how far up to cut that PVC. So now as you see, he's getting ready to mark and cut his PVC that will predicate the depth of the AquaJet in the trench. So after he cuts this round PVC, we glue on the AquaJet. So we'll be right back with that. Okay, so now what he does is put on the AquaJet on the one lane. So he's got the AquaJet with the L already glued onto the adapter. And he's going to get ready to put that one on. Okay, so we're back with Sal and we're just about finished, and we're going to let Sal explain to us what he's done so far. So Sal, walk us from right here where the valve is and show us what's been done so far.
Alright, well, let's see, we put a solar valve in with the timer, and that leads to our two AquaJets right here that goes down and feeds this bed. Goes down to the end, go under the bed again, back up to this bed. Same thing, got the two AquaJets, gonna feed both sides. And right now we haven't attached the caps yet, we're gonna flush out the system and just to make sure there's no dirt to clog up any holes. And after that, we'll be good to go.
Okay, so where's it flushing at the end right there?
Yeah, we have two right here, open end right here, open end right here.
And at the beginning you put in the DIY. Can we look at that valve again?
Let's check it out. This is our filter. And we can also, let's see. Oops.
That's where we flush it at and add the azomite?
We can add our extra minerals to feed our roots right here, and anything else I'll see to look up. I'm not sure exactly everything yet. But
and then we got the solar timer right here, as you see. We flip it open. And you got your screen with your buttons. Digital. So it goes from the valve, and you see right there where it comes into the anti-siphon valve. So, Sal, what would you say about the ease of putting in the AquaJet? Did you have any trouble installing it?
No, it's just making sure you have the right cuts, the right measures, and that's about it. I mean, if you're good at that, then it's pretty easy, good to go.
So we're ready to flush it now and button it up.
Let's try it.
Okay, so we'll be back in just a minute. We'll show you how we flush it, and then we'll show Sal as he terminates the system where he puts on the end caps, and we test the system, make sure all the jets are firing, and then good to keep growing his corn, tomatoes. Okay, so here we are flushing the system. As you see, it goes from the first one to the second one to our flush. So we're getting all the dirt and debris out of the system right now. This is what you do before you close it out. You want to make sure that everything is out. Okay, that's it for now. We'll come back after we button it up and see how it works. Okay, so this is Rob, and we're here for the test firing of the AquaJet in the first bed. As you can see, the valve, got the AquaJet, and Sal went over to turn the water on. And there it comes. And there you have the test firing. As you can see, all jets are firing really good. Very nice. Okay, Sal, so there we have it, the AquaJet test firing. What do you think?
I mean, it speaks for itself. It looks like it's going to be watering the plants pretty
Okay,
good.
so here we are. We got the AquaJet all covered up, as you see. So we're getting ready to make one last run. The gardens look really good. Okay, so we're over here. Sal's at the timer, and he's going to fire it up one last time. Okay, and it's running. Yeah, it looks really good. Okay, so this is Rob, and we're back here at Sal's, and we're going to close out this video. We hope that you enjoyed watching Sal do the installation. As you can see, he had some plants that were already growing, and we were able to dig some trenches in between the plants and not disturb any of the roots, so everything worked out really well. They were planted just right, so we could actually put the AquaJet in. If it's down 2 rows, you know, with your compost, all you got to do is scoop out just a little to 3 or 4 inches. So if you do have plants, you can put the AquaJet in without disturbing the roots if you're real careful, if they're not too far along. So we hope that Sal enjoys his new AquaJet and his new beds. He's got a really nice garden going on. We're going to come back and do an update. He's going to fill the rest of his gardens up, and it's a work in progress. He has the other whole half of his yard that he's working on where he's going to put workout things, and it's really a nice setup. So we look forward to coming back so we could show you the whole workout where we got all the beds, and where we'll show you where he's going to put his turf, and also where he's going to put his workout machine where he can work out. So it's a really pretty neat deal, and we really do like these beds. As you see, he's got some really nice construction on them going with this nice square foot bed. Got the nice trellis around here with the picket fence, and he's got some nice mulch and redwood down here. So everything looks really good. We've got some more gardens back here. There's one there. He's got this box here with this box on the side. We've got another box there that he's going to be filling up. So it's really a neat project that's work in progress, and we're really proud to be a part of this project, and we really hope that this works out for Sal. Like he said, if he likes the way it works on these 2 beds, he's going to put it in the rest of his beds. If he doesn't like the way it works, then he won't put it in the rest of his bed, and he'll probably take it out of this bed. But we don't foresee that, because we foresee a really, really good growth for him. We're excited, and he's excited, and we can't wait to come back and see what it's done to the plants that have already been growing. So we hope you enjoyed this episode over at Sal's in Southern California, as he did the installation and allowed us to come over and film it. So until our next video, this is Rob, and remember to keep watering the intelligent way with the AquaJet.